our corporate membership with the certified minority business community. So we've got two groups that we work with, two primarily large businesses and minority businesses. And our mission is to bring those groups together. We have a number of activities and events that are designed to do that. We don't guarantee businesses that they're going to get business. The only thing that we can guarantee is that we're going to put you in the room so that you can make your case to do business with the corporate community. And perhaps more importantly, for small businesses, your best opportunity is probably with other businesses or the other owners or owners of other businesses. And so right now in the CMSDC, we have about 120 corporate members, and they include many of the well-known companies in the state. You're probably very familiar with companies like Xerox and Piggybos and UTC and GE and the Hartford, etc. And those are the businesses who are the members of the organization. We work with them to help them identify minority businesses to do business. The other group, the certified minority businesses, we have about 300 certified minority businesses, and they range from startups, which means they don't have any sales, to companies that are doing close to $1 billion in business. So we have very small businesses, and we have very relatively large small businesses. And we do a number of things to help both the corporate members and the MDs. For instance, this month, in fact, or next month, July, we'll be sending a number of our business owners to do some more continuing education, executive education. We have a relationship with one of the best business schools, in fact, the oldest business school in the country is at Dartmouth College. We will pay for half of that business owner's tuition to go to Dartmouth. This year, we also have a program where, it's not our program, but again, we support business owners who want to develop their businesses and to develop their executive abilities. So there's a program in Chicago that's going to take place next month, and it's on doing business with China. Now, you may not want to do business with China, but we have a number of businesses that do want to do business with China. Either they import things from them or to source things from China. And so we will pay for our business owners to go to that seminar to learn how to do business with China. As you know, the world is changing. Your industry is changing. And if you're in business, you have to stay competitive, which means you have to change too. So there's no sort of set way of doing business that works forever. You have to be flexible. So we have events and activities upcoming. We have the trade show that takes place over at Foxwoods in September. And that's a program where our minority businesses and our corporate members will exhibit to share information about what they do and how they do it. That's our biggest event. We have a number of other activities and events. This week, in fact, we're going to be at the GE Capitol in Danbury. You're welcome to join us in July, where we are going to be talking about helping a business identify other businesses that they can buy. Because in business, it's been my experience that you either get big or you die. And so you have to figure out a way to supply more services and do it profitably in order to survive. Because at the end of the day, you're in business because you want to put money in your pocket. And so to put more money in your pocket, you have to grow. And growing one customer at a time is fine, but growing at 50 customers at a time is better. And so we are encouraging our MBEs to consider acquisitions, particularly of non-MBE companies. So it's not written somewhere that minority businesses have to stay small, or minority businesses can only do business with minority businesses. Business is business, and so CMSDC is about trying to help our businesses acquire businesses, get big, become profitable, become relevant in the business world. Now, in construction, we have some other activities that are taking place that will be more perhaps relevant to you. We had, and one you missed, some of you may have missed, we had a program up at Northeast Utilities on May 24th, where it was the Minority Construction Expo. We had over 40 booth exhibitors there, including some of the larger construction contractors and also owners of construction projects in the state of Connecticut that attended that event. And again, the purpose of that event was to share information about opportunities, but also to make those connections between minority businesses and other businesses. There's some new initiatives that we're working on with Empower New Haven. They have the ink. I can't even say ink is dry because there's no ink. Yeah. So it's in the mail. But we're working on something.
We are in agreement.
We're in agreement. So we're in agreement, and essentially the agreement is CMSDC wants to supply back office services for small construction companies. And the intention of this program really is to take essentially some of the necessary work that has to be done to grow a business, to share that work with you. In some cases, take that work off your plate, put it on our plate so that we can do it and you can do what's best for your business, which is to provide the goods and services to your customers. This is a sort of an incubator model where the council will serve as an incubator for early stage minority construction companies. What we would do is we could help you with the responses to RFPs, the marketing, some of the technology, some of the payroll, some of the banking, some of the other services that we might be able to do more efficiently if we have a group of smaller businesses working with us. We're not taking your business away from you. You only give us what you want to give us, but that's essentially the approach, and we hope to roll that out before the end of the year. The council would welcome you guys as certified minority businesses. There is a process to become certified in our organization. Clarissa Allen's company is certified in the council. And that process is essentially an application, a site visit, and there is a fee, but I'm sure that we can work on that with the help of Empower New Haven, because we want you guys to participate. We want to get your information and you in front of potential customers to do business with. Just recently, last week, the National Association of Minority Contractors had their annual convention out in Atlanta. We sent one of our consultants down to that program and to get information about what's going on nationally that we need to be aware of. So one of the things that we're talking to them about is actually setting up an office here. There's no office of the National Association of Minority Contractors here in Connecticut. So we're talking to them about essentially hosting that office. Another national program that we're involved in, the Connecticut Minority Supplier Development Council, is part of the National Minority Supplier Development Council. So we've got 39 regional councils like the Connecticut Council. In 2008, we are, as an organization, looking at putting together a national program on minorities in the construction industry. And it's my belief, and it's the belief of many others in our network, that minority businesses are not participating as fully as they should in the opportunities in the construction industry. I mean, this is a multi-trillion-dollar industry, but the minority businesses are not getting essentially their share of the work. And there are a lot of reasons for that. And it's a double-edged sword. Some of the reasons are on your plate, some of the reasons are on the rest of the major contractors and the owners of those projects. And we have to really work to close the gap so the minority businesses can get more of that work. So there's a lot going on in the council. I welcome you to participate in our program, to join our organization. I have some business cards. We have a website. We work very closely with Empower New Haven and the Greater New Haven Chamber of Commerce and other organizations. And I think you will get a lot out of it. Well, I'll tell you this much. You'll get out of what you put in. If you get a certificate from us and you're hanging on the wall and you don't participate, nothing's going to happen. I can guarantee you, nothing will happen. But if you get certified by our council and you come to activities and events and you ask us for assistance and help, and I'm not saying we will solve all your problems either. We will help. We will try to help you solve your problems. But it's your business and you're responsible. I mean, you guys, unless you want to share me being a partner or something, maybe you don't consider that. But it's your business and you're responsible for the bottom line of your business. But we can help you. I'm convinced of that. We can help you. If for nothing else, we can give you somebody to talk to about what's going on in your business, what's going on with your customers, perhaps identify some other customers for you, perhaps also identify some other companies that you can work with. So those are the types of things that we do. I'm going to switch gears now and talk a little bit about the Department of Administrative Services. And let me first say I am not a state employee. Okay. The Connecticut Inspired Development Council is a private not-for-profit organization. I was asked by Bob to come and talk a little bit about the state of Connecticut program and talk about it based on what I know about the program. And so, you know, what I say, that's my disclaimer. There may be some differences between what I say and what the program actually is. But I have some experience with the Department of Administrative Services Small and Minority Business Program. It is a small business program primarily. And the state of Connecticut has as a goal to do 25% of its contracting with small businesses. The Small and Minority Business Program is part of that small business effort. So within that 25%, the state of Connecticut says 25% of that should go to minority and women-owned small businesses. So 25% of 25% is 6.25%. Okay? So 6.25% of state contracts are supposed to go to minority and women-owned small businesses. They define small businesses as roughly businesses only less than $10 million a year. So if you are not certified with the state of Connecticut, now their certification doesn't cost you anything but your time. So they have a program. Their program is all on the website. If you Google State of Connecticut Department of Administrative Services, their Small and Minority Business Program, there's an application. You should get your information in their system. You should, basically in their system, you can tell them what you do, and when things come up that are identified as small and minority business contracts, they're supposed to get that information out to the companies that are signed up in that area. Okay. So that is the state of Connecticut is the largest contracting organization in the state of Connecticut, public or private. They're the biggest, not the best, they're the biggest. So you should enroll in their certification. Now again, that is not, there's no guarantees in getting contracts with the state by just being certified. You have to work the system. You have to talk to the contractor meetings. You have to actually respond to RFPs. That's one of the things that, going back to what we said earlier, with what the council wants to do, which is to provide those sorts of technical services for small businesses. Because let's face it, if you're on a roof doing a roof job, you don't have time to respond to an RFP for another roof job. And that's the problem that we've seen with minority businesses in construction. You can do the work, but to be successful in business, it's more than just being able to do the work. It's about growing the business, which means you have to have things in the pipeline. You constantly have to be working on new customers. Somebody has to be marketing your business all the time. And if you're a small business and you're wearing all these hats, you can't do all that. Or you can't do it well. You might try to do it, or you may, at the end of the day, you're too tired to do it. And so, if you look at the industry that you're in, and I assume that you guys are in the construction industry, you look at the industry that you're in, if you go to Turner, there are people whose only job there is to review RFPs. There are people whose only job there is legal. There are people whose only job there is payroll. There are people whose only job there is marketing. So if you don't have the resources to do that, you got to figure out another way. And that's what I think the council can do to help. Now, we're not a cure-all, but I think we can help you when we're offering our assistance. I'd be happy to entertain some questions, some comments, or anything of that nature. Yes, sir.
When you mentioned about the bidding process that your office would be doing, so John Doe had a roofing company, let's say. He would find out about the possibility of a contract, or your services would find out about that?
Well, it kind of depends on how much money and power the pay gives us. Okay. So, but one model would be, we could, there are services that you can subscribe to that share with the subscriber what contracts are coming down the pipe. And if you have those services, if you pay for that service, and you have a list of contractors who are participating in that program, then as things come down, you can identify opportunities for the MWBEs in this program, and so basically say, you know, there's something coming up in Bristol. Would you be interested in looking at this? Well, some of the things that, you know, of course, time is the issue, right? When am I going to have time to go to Bristol, to do the walkthrough, to listen to understand who the crimes are, to understand who I'm going to be working with, to estimate the job, to do all of that work while I'm working on a job. And that's the problem that many contractors have, is they have to do jobs one at a time. And if you do jobs one at a time, then you are limiting your growth. You can't grow. You have to have multiple jobs that either you can do or partner with others to do. Any other comments, questions? What businesses, just for my information, I know Flo and Greg, what businesses have you had?